Прекрасно. Это была такая, знаете, небольшая стрясочка. Аплодисменты нашему диджею. Вау. Итак, прямо сейчас, да, можно присаживаться, настраиваться, распрямить плечи. Прямо сейчас у нас будет, да, мы будем смотреть на экран, и оттуда будет очень интересная информация от следующих людей. Внимание! Члены закрытого элитного клуба Diamond Flight. Обладатели престижной премии «Золотой листок» в номинации «Старт года» в 2019 году. Артик Мурадов отличен медалью 3-й степени за особый вклад в развитие компании APL. Их цель – зарабатывать 1 миллион евро в месяц. Премьер-директора Артик и Александр Мурадовы, Туркменистан.
Эти люди просто влюблены в MLM. И это их стиль жизни. Счастливая, крепкая семья. Оба харизматичны, с ярко выраженными лидерскими качествами. Более чем за 13 лет выработана стратегия успеха. Тысячи людей в разных уголках света обрели уверенность, достаток и роскошь. Сегодня у вас есть реальный шанс стать частью команды с исключительной философией победителя. Упускать такой шанс – неслыханное расточительство, непростительная ошибка. Девиз этой семейной пары – меняй свое мышление вместе с нами, и ты обречен на успех. Многие только говорят, а они делают. Встречайте влюбленных в MLM Артика и Александру Мурадовых.
Приветствуем, дорогие партнеры компании.
Всем привет! Эй!
Новички, лидеры, топ-лидеры, руководство компании. Как же нам хочется вас обнять и быть рядом
К
с вами.
сожалению, нас с вами нет, но мы все равно сердцем и душою с каждым из вас.
Сегодня праздник APL Planet. Это не просто день рождения компании, это праздник и рождение каждого из нас с вами.
События рождают лидеров. Каждый из вас, кто принял решение приехать на это событие, будущий лидер компании APL. Сегодня собрались все партнеры с разных уголков мира. Оглянитесь вокруг. Посмотрите, кто сидит рядом с вами. Что это за партнер, с какой страны он приехал и какую цель он преследует.
Как же нам нереально повезло. Такое мощное обучение, такие мощные лидеры на сцене. С сегодняшнего дня наша жизнь просто будет обречена на успех.
А главное, APL Planet сегодня подарил новых звезд. Мы поставили цели, мы подвели итоги прошедшего года. И, конечно же, в будущем цель нашего президента – миллиард будет достигнута.
И мы начинаем. Сегодня у нас с вами очень интересная тема. Тема о том, что невозможное возможно. Давайте просто представим, просто пофантазируем на эту тему. Невозможное невозможно, либо невозможное возможно. И вот прежде чем вы зададите себе этот вопрос и ответите на него, давайте вспомним многие примеры из нашей жизни, которые происходят где-то рядом с нами, которые мы видим, которые мы слышим. Давайте вспомним тех людей, которые имеют ограниченные возможности. Например, человек остался без ноги, но занимается велоспортом. Человек ослеп, но может подняться в горы. Человек вообще не имеет никаких конечностей, но при этом может плавать, может сам себя обслуживать. Еще и прекрасные истории, где люди появляются, семьи и обзаводятся своими вторыми половинками. Ведь для кого-то это кажется невозможным. Для кого-то каждое малейшее отступление от того, что считается нормальным, это уже огромная трагедия. И тогда начинает казаться, что мир рушится, что все становится, что было раньше, просто пустым и действительно невозможно. Невозможно жить, невозможно дальше двигаться, невозможно достигать каких-то результатов. Но давайте попробуем с вами посмотреть на это с другой стороны, о том, что невозможное возможно. И эти люди своими действиями, своими достижениями, они доказывают нам это. Доказывают, что все то, что было невозможно вчера, возможно сегодня. Давайте посмотрим такой пример. Когда-то люди думали, что Земля плоская, что она стоит на китах, что ее держат какие-то черепахи, да? Но потом оказалось, что Земля круглая, человек полетел в космос. И это вообще казалось невозможным, что человек когда-то может туда добраться. Тем не менее, что мы с вами видим?
What we can see right now.
Он еще и вернулся, приземлился. И это было грандиозное событие века.
For example, one of the events that happened, it was all about, for example, I mean, one of the events that happened on the 5th of October and 2023, we saw that, for example, when people, they were just taken to the open space. Before that, it was not possible, but now it became possible, and you have to train a lot and to work on that if you really want to make a difference and to achieve such results in real life. I think that we shouldn't just look at such big results. For example, in October in 2021, Mr. Kulikov, he sent our project in open space. That is not possible. None of the companies has ever done such things in our life. What about Sergei Sergeyevich? He created something impossible. He made an incredible thing, and we became the first MLM company who actually launched its product in the space, and I think that that is a real breakthrough. And now time is ripe to discuss such conditions and to talk about the results that we have already achieved. On one hand, we understand that many of these things that are not that possible, but on the other hand, we see that we have already achieved so many great results, not just in the business, but also in ordinary life. Right now, we understand that a lot of things, they are actually quite possible. And over the past 2 years, people who actually didn't participate in our meetings online, now they can do that. So the pandemic taught us to work in online format, and now we can do that. So previously we were supposed to work online and also offline and to be present. Right now we are quite flexible, and even though that we have certain restrictions, still we can work all together. So it's time to start from scratch. We need to work in this format and beware of the fact that even though that we have certain constraints, still we have a lot of opportunities and we can work in a completely new way. Just take a pencil and write in your notepad what you want to get from this life, and say, for example, we have 3 major points, and then put and. Everything is possible in this life. Think about these simple words, but they really change our lives and change our mentality. Make a little bit step forward and move forward step by step. Right now we have good goals and we have the right foundation in place. We have right people who know how to guide our eyes and how to work in the most efficient way. Of course, there are some factors that can prevent us from moving forward. For example, we talk about lack of gut feeling, etc. But altogether, I think that if we unite our forces, we will be able to move forward. And even though that sometimes we think that it's difficult, still it is possible. We can see some tangible results that have already been achieved. We just can do some ordinary things then. I mean, the way we usually do them. For example, we can just work in the park or just cook in our kitchen, etc. But we still understand that meanwhile a lot of things are being done in the most positive way. We are now in a movement. We are moving forward to our next endeavors. Sometimes we just leave our cars somewhere on the rain. We don't really want to go somewhere. We don't want to think about some of the problems that we have in our daily life. And that's also the case with us. Just think about that. If we are too lazy, if we really don't take responsibility for our own lives, then we understand that it can lead to some problems. We want to avoid some of the major problems that we have in our life. So think about all those negative factors, things that can actually ruin our lives. This is one of the blocks and things that can actually destroy our goals and our intentions in life. Well, for some reason you might think that there is nothing special about that. At the same time, just think about still some of the routine problems that you have in your life. We start to think about various options and about different things, and it's not always easy to overcome all those difficulties. The only thing that you have to do is just guide yourself probably into a different direction. You have to think about some other options that you have in this life, and once we are able to look into some other direction and to see some light, then we will be able to make a difference, and we will be able to move into a different direction. But at the same time, mistakes are also very important, and if we have them, we can take them on board, analyze, and this is something that can help us to learn new lessons.
So let us find new ways, change the vector of your view, watch another direction, search for other options, and before a chess player would make a go, he would think for several times. He would choose out of several options. Only one, but the one which will be right. We should do the same. We should see several options and choose the most correct. The third unit is saying off. You know, what is the best motivation when all sayings off are incapable? It means to see and feel own success. Can you imagine? Looks like it's very easy. However, when we reach some result, when we start feeling that, well, I am beautiful, I managed this, this feeling of success, this feeling when we are on the way for that really removes all the sayings off. Then tomorrow we again feel like waking up, feel like being active to repeat this success. But unfortunately, to repeat the success just like this, making the same actions that we used before this, it will not work. We need to constantly, every day, to get developed, to grow, to multiply our actions at least twice, that is something that will give you growth. That is something that will give you push in the future. That is something which will make you believe that incredible is possible. And when we see our own success, let it be small, let it be unconsiderable, let it be absolutely unimportant for somebody, but for you that will be a success. That will be the peak where you were able to overcome yourself, where you could overcome your fears, your laziness, your sayings off. And this peak of success will be the very starting point when everything is possible. A very cool theme today at 10th anniversary of APL. Alexandra told you a lot. I'm firmly convinced that it will help you in your future. Today I would like to talk about the basic part of impossible possible. These are doubts, the doubts that live with us, the doubts that sleep, eat, walk with us and all the time do not leave our brain, the doubts that arise only when we have a low self-assessment, when we forget and when we do not want to believe in ourselves. Oh, by nature, we are successful people. Each of us today already reached something. Remember your kindergarten. Remember your universities. Remember how you married. Remember how you gave birth to wonderful children. Remember how you grew them. You reached success. You are a successful person. Do not allow anyone to believe in your brain. Leave with the face, and then the doubts will leave you. For the belief to stay with you, change your environment. Your environment are the people who has to push you forward. Just put down who is around you today, who is working, and who has income, what they can change in your life, where this person who is around you all the time can bring you. How can they help you to become successful in this life? Well, there are lots of those who can recommend, but we should become achievers. We should move on regardless of anyone and anything. Our surrounding is 40% of our success. If you want to become successful, you should be surrounded by successful, rich and only positive people. Only in this case, your belief will always be with you. Today we meet lots of stories of successful people. People who made challenges, people who created, people who reached, people who, regardless of everything, became successful, people for reaching something from the bottom. And everyone sitting in this room is obliged to live better, has to live better, more beautiful, more luxurious. You deserve this. Just believe me. Believe in yourself and change the situation. When you come home, when you come to your regions, countries, cities, put down the list of people who are around you and start improving this life, because you should become better. I'm not afraid of this word. Yes, you must. Because due to you, due to your actions, due to your deeds, people who are going to watch you, who are going to surround you, they will take example from you. And they will believe that as soon as you are successful, they will be successful as well. And you can give birth to lots of successful examples in the future. Of course, when we started business, nobody believed us. Do you think that the crowd followed us? No, Alexandra got lots of rejections. I couldn't invite anyone for 5 months. Everybody was laughing and they were thinking that it's just a business which makes fool of people. We often hear this. But regardless of anything, regardless of anyone and anyone's opinion, we wanted to become successful. We just did something, and we're doing it for 13 years already, and you know our results. You know what we have reached in small business. Of course, our goal is to become world legends of this industry. Why not? There are such legends, and they can become. And what is your goal? How do you view you after 15 years, that 15th anniversary of APL company? Are you ready to put down that you are future ambassador of APL? Who are ready to claim about yourself of 15 years old that at the next incredible, cool birthday, I'll be an ambassador? And if you are ready to claim this, make a challenge for yourself. Prove to yourself that you are cool, that you are successful, and the main thing, that you deserve this. Look at the first row. Who do you see? You see top leaders of APL company. You see winners. You see the people who once removed all the doubts. The people who believed in themselves, in their dreams, in their goals, and who made a little bit more than you. These people are among the surrounding the president. And of course, we are proud that our partners are among us. But we have a healthy team. And when we started our way from the Ukrainians, and when we met the international director, Tatiana Bugayanka, she told us that the package for 3,000 is not the package that Ukrainian people will join. These are the package that we need to promote today. And when that happened, Tatiana really changed her way of thinking. She really started inviting only people for 3,000. And today the result is visible. She's in first row. So when we put goals for people to become corporate directors, many people said that it's not possible, it's unreal. And we have people in our team who made corporate events just like that. 7 days, okay, quite recently. Or as for the Kiev, they made corporate director for within 2 days, and impossible is again possible. When we talk to people, you need to come closer to president, you need to become top leader of the company, became a national director. The first top stage, people say, no, no, Artik, no, Alexander, it's not possible. But again, we have facts which prove that it's not true. Irina Bradenko now is the premier director of the company in first row. She made national director within 12 days. And she again proved that impossible is really possible. In the same way, in the first line, we see a person from a different continent. Many of you are thinking, how do people make international business? It's not possible. It's not about me. But I can tell you that it's different. Now, sitting in Turkmenia, we make a team together with prime director of the company, Maya Trofimovic, in America, and not only in America. Today, our structure from America is developing in Europe, in CIS. Yes, of course, it will go to Latin America, and Maya's targets are great. Maya proved that it doesn't matter how old you are, what you are doing, you can just come and do this. And today, again, the result is visible. Well, of course, you don't have to search more for examples. Our president of the company, Sergei Kulikov, proved that everything is possible. When he was 24 years old, he established his own network company. When he was 24, already being a millionaire, he performed what people are even afraid to dream about. He made something that brings us benefit, luxury and success. He created an empire. He created a strong tool. He created a team which is ready to create. And what do we see? After 10 years, the whole world is talking about this company. Is it possible? Yes, dear friends, just look inside of you. Ask yourself, what do you want? How am I ready to act? Am I ready to make a challenge for myself? Am I ready to dedicate not 2 hours, but 15 hours a day to my business? Am I ready to do the same actions that I have never done before? And Alexander emphasized that the blocks that disturbs you, Leave your targets, make a challenge for yourself. And you are the future of our empire.
Несмотря на то, что их не
Regardless of the
ждали,
fact that they are not
они видели
here,
другой
they see